Dear students, about DSS, in the last class we discussed about the group decision support system, that is GDCC, Group Decision Support System, and also we discussed about the Master Data Management, MDM, Master Data Management, and we also discussed about the MDS technology and Executive Information System. Executive Information System, and now we are going to discuss about the fourth unit, that is artificial intelligence and expert systems. Okay, artificial intelligence and expert systems. So what is artificial intelligence? Artificial intelligence is nothing but, see, a man is created the system, is it not? The system is working like a man is known as artificial intelligence. Okay, that a man is developed a system. That system is working like a man is known as artificial intelligence. Okay, the system computer is going to work how a human being is going to work. Okay, artificial intelligence, the definition is given by the simulation of human intelligence in machines. The simulation of human intelligence in machines that are programmed and to think like humans and mimic their actions. Mimicry in their actions. How the human is going to respond the same way the machine is going to respond is known as artificial intelligence. The term may also be applied to any machine that exhibits traits associated with a human mind, such as learned and problem solving, such as how when a thing, the different things are happening, by seeing, by observe the things, the man is going to respond. In the same way, the human is going to respond according to how the things are happening. Okay, so the other definition is also given by the artificial intelligence is for the ideal characteristic of artificial intelligence is its ability to rationalize. Its ability to rationalize and take actions that have the best chance of achieving a special goal. Okay, a specific reasoning is there. Okay, for a particular purpose. A subset of artificial intelligence is machine learning, which refers to the concept that computer programs can automatically learn from the adapt to new data without being assisted by humans. Whenever to work a system, always the end user is using with the GUI, graphical user interface, is it not? Now I am talking with the mic and with the computer, with the keyboard, I am giving some information and that is responding, system is responding. But in artificial intelligence, without the human being, the system will respond according to the environment. Okay, that is there. So many programs are installed in the computer so that that system is working like a human being. Deep learning techniques enables this automatic learning through the absorption of huge amounts of unstructured data. Unstructured data. That is, a deep learning techniques are made to work like a human being. Okay, here you can see the Russell and Norving. Russell and Norving 8. Norving 8 is the name of the author. So the two are giving the definitions how this artificial intelligence is going to work. How the artificial intelligence is going to work. How it is going to working? That is thinking humanly, thinking rationally, acting humanly, acting rationally. Is it not? So the system is thinking like how the human being is thinking, and the system is also giving the response how a human being is responding, and also how the human is acting and how the system is acting rationally. Okay, so there are the different things are there for advantages of artificial intelligence. The advantages of artificial intelligence and natural intelligence are fabulous speed. Okay, by using this artificial intelligence are they are working as a high speed, and it is working for 24 by 7 of a week, 24 by 7 of a week throughout the day and night, whatever the environment, whether it is running or raining, or it is high speed, or anywhere throughout the 24 by 7 this artificial intelligence is working, and less bias without taking any. If the people like us will think about which is correct and which is wrong, but this by using artificial intelligence it is less bias, less time it is going to give the decision, and the accuracy is perfect by using this artificial intelligence. Okay, accuracy is perfect. Energy efficient. Okay, the system is always the same energy, where if it is connected with the backup it is showing the energy, but a human being always can energy is lost based on the time period, is it not? Based on the time period, and by using this artificial intelligence it can be used universally, it can be used universally. Otherwise what happens, this human being is depends on the area, is it not? Where I can talk English with you people, but I cannot talk with other language, is it not? But this artificial intelligence is can be used by universally. Okay, and artificial intelligence is also multitasking at the same time. It is working for more than one reasons. Okay, and it is complex movements also is useful for the artificial intelligence. For different situations also artificial intelligence can be worked. Okay, so what is the difference between artificial intelligence and human intelligence? What the artificial intelligence will do? Artificial intelligence is based on the human insights that can be decided in a way that can machine can effortless actualize the tasks. Effortless the actualize of the task from the basic to those that are indeed more complex. Okay, so the reason for manufactured insights is learning, problem solving, reasoning, and perception. The artificial intelligence is designing, and for the reason is that for effortless the machine can work. Effortless the machine can work. Okay, and for complex situations also the machine can work, whereas the human intelligence is we can say that it is a limited. Though the artificial intelligence is developed by human, the human intelligence is a limited one. Human intelligence or the behavior of the human being has come to past experience and the doings based upon situation and environment, and it is completely based upon the ability to change his own surroundings through knowledge which we gained. Okay, we'll work on according to our knowledge. Okay, but whereas though we developed the artificial intelligence is powerful than human being, but the instructions are predefined in the artificial intelligence, but whereas we are well experienced, and we will do according to the situation, we will respond according to the situation. Okay, so there is a table is explaining about how the things are going on with the artificial intelligence and human intelligence. Okay, see, if you see in emergency about artificial intelligence and human intelligence, so the artificial intelligence response is same in emergency or in a common situation. Okay, but in human intelligence the human intelligence will respond immediately for these emergencies. Okay, and for pace rate of artificial intelligence in human as compared to people, computers can handle more data at a speedial rate. At a speed rate, okay, for occurrence. In the event that the human intelligence can solve a math problem in 5 minutes, but by using artificial intelligence, it takes 10 seconds. Okay, so for in human intelligence, in terms of speed, human cannot beat the speed of artificial intelligence or machines. And for about decision making about artificial intelligence is profoundly objective in choice making because it is analyzing based on absolutely accurate data. But in human, choices made by affected by subjective components which are not based on figure alone. Means artificial intelligence is effective in decision making compared to human taking. Okay. And perfections. Artificial intelligence frequently produces precise and about because its capabilities based on the set of modifies rules. But for human insights, there is more often than not a room for human errors, as certain subtle elements may be missed at one point of at that other time. Prefixation. See, artificial intelligence is as accurate as it is, but human being it takes a little more, not that much compared to the artificial intelligence. Energy consumption already we discussed about for the artificial intelligence throughout the same time the same energy consumption level will be there, but for human sides there is more often than not a room for human errors or certain. Okay, and energy loss at the time of the existing. Okay, and social networking, it is artificial intelligence has not has capacity to choose up on related social and enthusiastic uses. And the human intelligence is, on the other hand, social creatures. People are much away better at social interactions since they can prepare theoretical data. Okay, so how the information that how the artificial intelligence and human intelligence is working for different situations in emergencies, in the rate of interest and decision making and prediction, energy consumption and social networking aspects. Okay, the next we are going for expert systems. What is expert systems? Expert system is a part of artificial intelligence. Is a part of artificial intelligence. In artificial intelligence, an expert system is a computer system emulating the decision making ability of a human expert. Okay, of a human expert. Expert systems are designed to solve complex problems by reasoning through bodies of knowledge represented mainly as if then rules rather than through conventional procedural codes. Okay, so that expert systems are using to solve the problems for by taking the reasoning, by applying the reasoning through the bodies of knowledge. Okay, and expert systems of a computer program that uses artificial intelligence methods to solve problems within a specialized domain that ordinarily requires human expertise. Okay, so these expert systems are using in artificial intelligence for solving the problems. The first expert system was developed in 1965 by Edward Feigenbaum, and Lederberg. Joshua Lederberg of Stanford University in California, that is in US, as their expert system was later known was designed to analyze chemical compounds. Okay, that expert system is used for chemical compounds. And expert systems now have commercial applications in fields, and now majorly we are using these expert systems for medical diagnosis and petroleum engineering and financial investing. So, in order to accomplish feats of apparent intelligence, an expert system relies on two components, that is, a knowledge base and an and interference engine. A knowledge base and inference engine. A knowledge base is an organized collection of facts about the system's domain, about the system's domains. What what are the structure of expert system? What are the structure of expert system? The structure of expert system reflect the knowledge engineers understanding of the methods of representing knowledge and how to perform intelligent decision making tasks with the support of the computer based system. You can see the structure of the expert systems are knowledge base, working memory and inference engine. Knowledge base, working memory and inference engine. Okay, so the same things are explained in, like, most dynamic and moderately dynamic and least dynamic. Okay, most dynamic, how dynamically these expert systems are going to use, and how the moderately it is going to use, and how the least method it is going to use. The following points highlight the five main stages to develop an expert system. Okay, there are the five stages of designing the expert system, that are identification, conceptualization, formalization, implementation and testing. Okay, these five things are very important when we are developing the expert system. What is the identification? Identification is nothing but identify the problem. Okay, where the area is going to use these expert systems. We can see like this. Okay, see, these five areas are there of expert systems, that is identification, conceptualization, formalization, implementation and testing. So what is there in identification? Determining the characteristics of the problem. What are the areas that we are going to use this expert system? Okay, what is the area, or you can say what is the domain, what is the what in which domain we are going to use this expert system, and what is the conceptualization, that is finding the concept to produce the solution. So based on the domain and how our expert system is going to relate to that environment, how it is going to work for a particular domain, that is finding the concepts, how it is going, the expert system is going to work according to that environment, is nothing but finding the concept to produce the solution. To produce, we are leading to the solution method. Okay, and third one is formalization. See, we are finding the domain and we are finding the environment, and we are matching the environment to the domain. We are matching the environment to the domain, that is we are formulating. We are formulating, that is designing structures to organize the knowledge. Designing the structures to the organizing knowledge, that is formalization. And fourth one is implementation. So after designing, we are going to implement the product, that is expert systems, for a particular domain, that is formulating rules which embody the knowledge. Formulating rules means in formulation we implemented, and we are implementing the formulating rules. Okay, so whatever that we are designed, we are going to implement, that is formulating rules which embody the knowledge. And the fifth one is testing. Testing is nothing but validating the rules. Okay, testing is nothing but validating the rules. So this process, this iteration is not familiar or not easy. So after many cycles, okay, so after many cycles we are going to refine the system. We are going to refine the system, that is reformulate and redesign and refinement. Okay, so it is going on reformulate. See, there will be many cycles that are formulating from identification, conceptualization, formalization, implementing, and testing. After so many cycles, we can go for the refinement. The best expert system can develop. Okay, so this is the first identification of the cycle. Okay, identification, that is the process begins of domain. I said no, domain, where the area we are going to use, that is a process begins in domain stage, and according to the domain stage we are implementing some knowledge, is it not? Knowledge engineer writes problem description. So based on the environment we are able to write what is the environment, how and how we are going to take the considerations, and keeping the both at one place, that is, does description describe problem adequately? Okay, whatever that we kept on paper, the knowledge is reaching according to the environment of the domain. We are checking, does description describe problem adequately? If it is yes, we can go for the second level. If it is not yes, again we are going to write the the statements of reaching the problem, statements reaching to the problem, that is okay. So until else we are going to write the repetitions. Okay, so if that it is reaching the specifications of the domain, then we can go for the second level. This is about the identification, the iterative process of identifying the problem which the expert system is to solve. Okay, about the identification, and this is the second one, that is conceptualization, that is process begins at identification and conceptualization. So both are coming together at is identification is adequate, identification is adequate or not. If it is adequate, it is going for the conceptualization. If it is not adequate, again it is also going for the cycling about to reach the domain levels according to the statements of retain the knowledge person. Okay, so it is going on also repetition, the iterative relationship between the identification and conceptualization stages of expert system development. This is the third stage, that is design stage. The design stage. So in design stage, here we are program a prototype. Program to a prototype. What is prototype? Prototype is not an original, but it looks like a original. It looks like a original. We are writing a program of how it is going to be working in the environment where in the original scenario. Okay, so program a prototype and evaluate results. So how it is working in the imaginary part, and how we can see the results. Okay, where the results are meeting the exact, we are checking where the correct techniques are chosen, what the correct techniques are chosen, yes or no. If it is no, again we are going for the beginning of the designing phase. Beginning of the designing phase, and we are going again and again trying, and we are going for the testing begins. Okay, testing begins. The implementation stage of expert system development. Okay, implementation testing is going on, and these are the implementation stages from identification and conceptual level, and the design level and implementation stage level. Okay, and we are implementing. Okay, and what are the advantages and disadvantages of the expert systems? Okay, so what are the advantages? Just now we studied about advantages, that are expert systems use information technology to gain and use human expertise. Okay, expert systems are more powerful than the human being, when but human being is less conservative, but expert systems are powerful but not according to the human being. Okay, obviously this can be very beneficial to organizations. Okay, expert systems are beneficial to the organizations and provide answers for decisions, processes, and tasks that are repetitive. Where the repetitive process is going on, according to that situations, these expert systems are useful and hold huge amounts of information. These expert systems have to have more information about the how the things are going to be. But whereas this human being is not much using the information in mind, but based on the experience they can work and minimize employee training cost. For these expert systems, minimize employees of training and centralize the decision making process. It is centralized means where we can keep in centralized and from there the information is going to the various positions and make things more efficient. Make things more efficient. Okay. And combine various human expert intelligences. It is also combine various human experts. Reduce the number of human errors. Okay, when a human being is doing something and there are the chances of errors, but when we are using expert systems, the errors may be minimized. Okay, provide strategic and comparative advantages. Provide strategic and comparative advantages that may create problems for competitors. Okay, and look over transactions that human experts may not think. Okay, human may not think. Even for expert systems also there are the disadvantages that are, however, there are also disadvantages that are no common sense used in making decisions. Is it not? So expert systems will not use the common sense. So according to the programs are written and that the expert systems are taking the decisions. The expert systems cannot use the common sense and lack of creative responses that human experts are capable of. Okay, the see creativity is not there for the expert systems, is it not? When you are handling a human is having a so much experience how this is going to handle, but lack of creative responses that human experts are capable and not capable of explaining the logic and reasoning behind a decision. Okay, is it not? So there is lack of explanation, logic and reasoning is behind the decision, and it is not easy to automate complex processes. It is not easy to automate complex processes. There is no flexibility and ability to adapt to changing environment. There is no flexibility. A human being is more flexible to handle a certain situations, but expert systems are not that much flexible for adapt to the changing environments and not able to recognize when there is no answer. Okay, or not able to recognize when there is no answer. The examples of expert systems are Mycene. Mycene. It was based on backward changing and could identify various bacteria that could cause acute infections. Okay, Mycene and Dendral. Dendral is expert system used for chemical analysis to predict molecular structure. It is used for chemicals for molecular structure and it is Pixidis. Okay, PDIS. An example of expert system used to predict the degree and type of lung cancer. It is using for lung cancer, that is PDIS. PDIS. Okay, so types of intelligent agents. Types of intelligent agents, that is reflex agents, model based agents, and goal based agents, and utility based agents, and learning agents. Okay, so every type is for purposes that just you can have a look for what are the different intelligent agents. Okay, so this is about the fourth unit that are explaining about artificial intelligence and expert systems and the characteristics and the functions of expert systems, how it is related with the human intelligence and go on. Okay, so you just study about this. If you find any if you find any not able to understand, you can call me or you can communicate me so that we can discuss more about this. Okay, thank you.